comment from Coach Kellogg, then open it up for questions for the student athletes. Mark?
Well, obviously disappointed, hurt, every emotion you could possibly imagine. And just for our kids who've just been phenomenal all year. It's been as fun of a season as I've had coaching. Tremendous group. It's gone fast, and I've just said that's a tribute to how much fun I've had with this group. And just unfortunate. We didn't make the plays. Two things we wanted to do tonight, which hurt us when we played Corpus the first time, was take care of it so they don't get points off of turnovers and then rebound. And I think they had well more than half of their points again off of those two categories. And we just couldn't get over that hump. We have struggled to score a little bit against them. But again, I thought we did enough. I thought we played hard. We competed. I'm really proud of their effort. The ball just didn't bounce, I guess, as we say. Missed a couple free throws late, a layup late. They hit a big shot late. We couldn't quite finish. But it really never comes down to that. There's so many plays in a game that we sometimes as coaches and players define it by what happens late, and I think that's extremely unfair. But I couldn't be more proud of the group. I hate it. I hate the feeling right now. But I love them, and I wouldn't trade them, and it's been a heck of a year. And we do get to play again, so we'll get to at least suit it up one more time. It's just not in the tournament that we all hoped we would be playing in.
Okay, we'll start questions for the student athletes. Brandon?
Brandon Williams, Southland.org. Question to you, Brianna. You guys struggled from three-point range tonight. Was it something that they were doing defensively, or was it just a case you guys weren't able to establish a rhythm from long range?
It wasn't much they were doing. We just couldn't make the shots. We had good shots that we took, but we just didn't make it. So, yeah.
Another one for Brandon.
Questions for both ladies. Overall, the offense, really wasn't able to get into a rhythm. Was it a case of where, you guys, felt a little, tightened up over the fact that you just could not put them away when the opportunities were there?
Imani, you start, please.
I'm sorry. Can you rephrase the question? I'm sorry.
The question was, was it an issue that you guys could not put them away? You had opportunities to break the game open, but they just kept coming back.
Well, credit to the Islanders. Obviously, they had a fight in them. It was obviously difficult for us to establish a lead, but we didn't stop fighting. I think that's the important thing, looking back at the game.
Brianna?
She said,
Okay.
Question again to both you ladies. They slowed the game down. How difficult was it to try to establish the pace that you guys usually like instead of the slowed down pace that they established for much of the game?
Well, I don't think playing slow is a problem for us. I think that's something that we can adapt to. So I wouldn't say that was necessarily a negative for us playing slow. If they want to play slow, we can play slow too. I think there were other things that led to being the big factors in that game than the pace.
Yeah, I don't think they slowed us down at all either. I feel like they sped us up at some moments, like some plays in the game, but slow down, not really. We don't have a problem with that.
No problem.
Oh, Imani, you just mentioned other things that were a difference. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. We had too many turnovers. We gave up too many offensive rebounds, and when you don't make the adjustment, it bites you in the butt, and that's what happened to us.
You get an opportunity to play again. Granted, it's not where you want it to be, but just talk about the importance of being able to get a few more practices in and an opportunity to represent the school and the conference in the postseason.
Yeah, it's definitely important to set the foundation. Regardless, it's postseason play, and it's especially important for the underclassmen to get that experience playing in postseason so they can get that under their belt, and obviously just going out the best way that we want to.
Any more questions for the student athletes?
Imani, not the result you wanted, but talk about the opportunity to be able to share the court with your sisters in this sort of stage.
And it's been an amazing experience. You know, you obviously want to help them thrive, and for me to be here and help them through, you know, the jitters of, you know, being in postseason play has been awesome. And, you know, I hope they can take this experience and help them for next year.
Okay, ladies, thank you.
Thank you.
Keep playing. You can take your name cards if you'd like them.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Now we'll open up for questions for Mark. Brandon?
To follow up on that last question, you know, how important is it to get, you know, the extra practices in? You know, again, it's not a case of where you're playing in the NCAA tournament, but you are playing nonetheless.
Yeah, well, it's tremendous for your program, and it's a reward for the great regular season that we put together. One of our goals is to play in the postseason every year. We think that's where our program should be. Like I said, we're just in the wrong one, but we'll be excited to regroup. I can promise you that, and be excited to play again. You want that for your seniors because you want to send them off right, and then, you know, we want it for our young kids. You know, we're 4 freshmen. There was times in that fourth quarter, I know I looked out to start it. We had all 4 freshmen and a sophomore out on the court, ended the game with 3 freshmen out there. So for them, every time we practice, every game we get to play is a learning experience. So we'll get better from it, and hopefully our kids will understand what a great regular season that they've had, and we'll continue to build off of it. But I can promise you our program's in a really healthy and a great spot right now.
Dari?
Dari Jones, the Garage Apartment Media. Coach, in the first half, Corpus was doing an outstanding job denying you guys the ball. But you were able to make adjustments in the second half and get better into your offense. Tell us about the adjustments you made to get the game back, to get back into the game. And for the most part, you know, you had a lead and you were very much in it.
Yeah, well, we had opportunities throughout. And yeah, they did. It bothered us early, without a doubt. We had the majority. I mean, we had 15 turnovers at half. We only turned it over 7 times in the second half. So we settled in. Part of that, I think, is when you get the double bye. I just always think that first quarter, that first half, you're just trying to find any type of rhythm. So even at half, I was actually okay with it. We did want the game played at pace. We didn't quite get it there enough, but you know, when you're giving up rebounds or we're turning it over and they're getting leak out 1-on-0 layups, that just kills the opportunity to get the game going at the pace in which we wanted. We knew it was their third game, obviously, in 3 days, so by the second half we wanted to see if we couldn't get it going. But yeah, we just never really did. We didn't get enough stops. They shot it at a high percentage, which means we're taking the ball out rather than being able to run, and that's difficult when you're trying to play at pace on pushing on made baskets. So I thought we adjusted fairly well in the second half, but again, we missed shots we traditionally make, and we've done that both times we've played them, so you've got to credit them for some of that.
Brandon?
Dominating the paint for the most part, you know, 40-28 edge in the paint. You know, was that part of the game plan to try to get it inside and take advantage of their lack of height?
Yeah, well, that's every game. I mean, it wasn't really specifically any different. We think we had some advantages in there with some of the Johnson sisters, and Alyssa's been scoring in there. So I don't think that was any different. Now as the game goes and you're not making any threes, you got to find a different way to score, and that's what we could kind of go to. But we had no rhythm from 3. Steph made a huge 3 there late in the fourth quarter. But outside of that, we just – and in games like this, every little run, even if it's just a 5-0 run, it feels like it's about 10-12-0 run, and we just never could quite, as you've asked before, we just never really got over that hump. We got a lead a couple times, but I think it was only 1, maybe 2, and we needed a 2-possession lead. I thought if we could just get a 2-possession lead, we would just take off and run with it. Free throw difference was huge. They dominated the free throws, and then we didn't get there much, but we didn't finish when we did, and missed some big ones.
Coach, of course, this one hurts now, you know, with it being a 2-point, pretty much last-second loss. But we all anticipate you continuing your season. So what lessons can be taken from this? What adjustments can be made so that you get the results that you want in your post play?
I'm a little early for that one. We'll go back to the drawing board and figure that kind of stuff out. But this time of year, I don't know as much about lessons or X and O. I mean, this is, as we all say, it's survive in advanced mode. You just try to find a way. Every opponent is different. It's so matchup driven. So it's just a learning process. It's growing up. I mean, I think more than anything moving forward now, you want your young kids. We've gone through this experience. we're in Katy now for the first time for 4 of our kids that all played and played significant minutes, so they have a little better idea of what postseason basketball is. So if there's lessons, I think it's probably that more than anything X and O or an adjustment that I'm just going to go make, at Monday at practice. We're going to continue to do what we've done that's been pretty successful since I've been here. That's, it's 25 plus wins for 3 years in a row. I think that's pretty special, and there's only a few teams across America that can say that.
That's right. Okay, any more questions? Mark, thank you.